content for people. We are not just selling to them. We are not shouting at them. As I was saying, think about it. If you go to a market and the moment you enter, everybody is pulling you to come and buy from them. They don't care anything about you. They don't care about what you want. Money that you don't want to spend, you spend it. You now regret spending that money. Oh, I didn't really want to buy this thing, no, but I just didn't want this man to be pulling me, so I just went with it. You go to
For people, we are not just
sorry
selling to them. We are not shouting at them. As I was saying, think about it. If
I've got it. So when we are creating content, we should think about the person we are creating for, and we should think about who we are. So what Portia is doing, what Olalompe is doing, what Onyechi is doing, what Emmanuel is doing, what Benga is doing, what everybody here is doing is this. You are stepping into the shoes of somebody else and you are creating on their behalf. You have to understand who they are more than they understand themselves. You have to understand that brand in order for you to create for them. So now you are faced with two unique challenges as a social media manager. You have two clients you are serving. You have the client that wants to buy from your clients and you have your client. So you're handling two different people at the same time. You're like, who should I serve? Who am I representing? Your client has another interest, but they want to sell, but you know who the customer is and what the customer wants. So you have the client that you are dealing with. Then you have the customer that is going to see the end result and decide whether to scroll. Will your content stop them from scrolling? Will it add knowledge to them? Would it be edutainment? Will it be just a boring lecture for them? Are you talking at them? Are you talking to them? Are you improving them? Are you positioning your clients as an authority for your customer? Your client belongs in a different industry. So in order not to confuse it, I will put the clients and the audience. You're serving two people. You're serving the clients, the brand, and you're serving the audience. At least that's self-explanatory. You need to understand the brand. And sometimes the clients doesn't even understand their brand. They think they do, but they don't really, because they've not sat down to look at it from inside out. They're just giving you different ideas. They're listening to everybody. They're listening to every guru. They're trying to do everything. They're listening to everybody apart from who they should be listening to you, because you are the authority. You are the one that knows what needs to be done. You are the one studying the industry. You want that brand to succeed more than they want it to succeed, because the brand has become a part of you. It has become like, if you're looking at branding is about being intentionally different. That's what you want to be. You don't want to be like every other page. Other pages are doing this, other pages are doing this. I understand, but we have our own pathway that we are going on. So now, in order to be different, what we do, and we're not going to go into more details because we've already spent a long time today. When we meet next week, so Benga, you're going to be on the hot seat again next week from the looks of things. You were not on the hot seat today, so let me not use the word again. You're going to be on the hot seat next week. We'll do this next week. So today was just a reflective exercise to make us understand that we are not alone on this work. We are all in it together. The aim is to help all of us present ourselves in a way that we can be seen and heard. It's for us to share in our successes and in our failures. It's for us to come together and help each other build something that is remarkable. It's for us to understand that the journey of a content creator can be lonely, because all of you were going through similar things, but you were going through them alone. That shouldn't be the case. The reason we are building this community is not just for us to make the clients win, but for you to win also. You are more than a content creator. You are more than somebody that just posts on social media. You are much more than that. There is something you bring to the table that nobody else can. There are not two of you. There is something remarkable about every single person that is here that you need to see. You are not what the clients have said about you. You are not what I have said about you. You are an individual. So when someone corrects you or gives you feedback, take the good with the bad. What did they say about my design? Okay, maybe I should look at my spacing. Okay, maybe I should look at the fonts I'm using. They didn't give me fonts and they're saying that they don't like fonts. Maybe I should create a document that will say, what are your fonts? What are your color? What is your X code? I don't want to hear. Sometimes we say, I want yellow. You are like, give me the specific shade of yellow. Any shade. Then you use any shade and they tell you that I don't like it. And you're about to say thunder fire you, but you remember that you cannot send thunder to everybody, as I've told myself. And then you're confused, you're lost. So when it comes to Warrital, this is where we start. This is the problem we solve as a brand. So we have to look for every brand. We'll do this for every single person. What problem do you solve? They solve this problem and they want to make their authors an authority in their own field. They want to get them seen by the right people. They want to help them sell their book. They want to help them get known for the right thing. They want to help them get famous. They want to ease the stress associated with publishing. That is what the brand wants to do. How do we do this? Will we get to that? We now looked at what do people want? If I'm an author, if I'm a publisher, what do I want? I want to sell my book, but I really want a publisher that can work with me and support me. The content you are creating should show that, should indicate that you are working with your publishers, you are helping them through all the process. So even those that are self-publishing are like, when I was self-publishing and I went to Warrital page, I got everything I need. I got my checklist, I got everything. They want a brand that can expose them and put them in the limelight. They want to profit from their book. So when we start this, when we do this for every brand, we will look at what they want. We'll look at, what we want. We'll look at what our clients want. We'll look at the problem we solve. Then what we now came up with is, I now said they should put this in words, one word, before we came up with the definite final word we spoke about. He said people want direction, people want clarity, people want support. They want the ease of publishing. They want to make money. They want to be seen by the right audience. They want their message to be seen. They want to be famous. Even if I don't want to be famous, but I have to realize that people want that fame. Oh, you're the publisher of 5 books. I don't care about things, but people may care about that. They want clarity about the process. They want to make impact. So we now say, what do we provide as a company that others don't provide? And this is what we provide. So this now became the Warrital quadrant. So what Warrital does is they help people take their message on a world stage in every form. That is the message of Warrital now. So we're going to go into more details for this. A quadrant has 4 parts. So the top part is those that have support and no support. The ones that have no impact and impact. So we named them in 4 different ways. We say those that have support and no support, no impact, they are novice. So think about those that are in the industry, they want to self-publish, they don't know where to start, they don't know what to do, they are going everywhere, but they are not even known by anybody, they don't have any audience. We want to take those people from no impact and no support to authority, where we give them the support and impact that they need. Then you have the ones that have support but no impact. So they have the support of a community of people, or they know what to do, but they have the money, but they are not making any impact. So there will be people that have worked with influencers that have not done them any good, that just collect their money, tell them we can do this for you, we can do this for you, we can do this for you. We call those ones, according to our team, money misroad. So every brand I work with will have a quadrant. This is Warrital Zone. So I'm going to do one for Growth Invest. I'm going to do one for any other brand represented, as long as we represent that brand. Then we have the loaner. They have impact, but they don't have any support. So people know them, but they don't have that support and somebody behind them pushing them. So we want to get the loaner from no support to support and impact, because they already have an audience. People know them. There are some people that people know. Think about it. People know these people everywhere. You see them. Any day you log in on the internet, you see them. But money, zero. They are not making any dime from social media, from their books, nothing. But every event they are speaking. Those people like that exist. So those are the type of 3 different types of audiences that we are trying to help. We now want to make them an authority that gets paid for their work by providing them all the support that they need. Our support includes direction, clarity, ease, everything, to have the impact, to be seen as an authority in their field. That's what we are doing with the brand that we manage. The aim is to get them that. So our content has to reflect this. It's still going to be the same content strategy or similar, but we'll just be thinking about how can we support people on their journey? How can we make them have impact? What do we need to do to make them have impact? So Benga, I will share this with you, so at least you have an idea of what's being said about this. I think the only person that has seen this is Catherine.
Okay.
The only person that has seen this is Catherine. But then we looked at your content planning. Benga, you have to find out for us if there is conclave this month, this year, because if there's conclave is in July, so we start planning for it.
I inquired from a guy, but he said he's still thinking about it, and I will feed me back.
Okay, fantastic. So we know we have our monthly goals where in the month of June, how do we plan our content for June? We have to start thinking about that. This is what we did for a month when we said questions people are asking, problems they are facing, objections. We did this about affirmations, but now we think about people that want to become authors. What are the questions they are asking about becoming an author? What are the problems they are facing? What are the objections that they have? That would help us create content. But remember, your content is not just based on what you sell or what you do. It's also based on other things that we've talked about in the past. We don't want a situation where we've already spent almost 2 hours and everybody is exhausted already. So we will not assimilate new information. But basically, when we meet next time, we'll take a brand. Every time a brand will be on the hot seat and we will now break things out. Inga, for now, since we have the other documents about the services, I want you to speak with your design team again. Let them give us the services designs. Let them start working on that. Every day, a service goes out.
Okay.
Every day, one service or the other. We have the service document. I'm sure you have access to that. I can't find it here. But every day, one service goes out. Every day, one service goes out. By the time we meet next week, we'll be able to come up with exactly what we want to do. But today's own, I think we worked on mindset. We worked on things that we can do. Now I said, what I want us to do is now think about ways we can improve and protect ourselves. We've talked about the fact that when you work with people, the negative feedback will come. Most of us dwell on the negative more than the positive. We see what has not worked. We see what people have said about our working style, our ideas. We felt we understood it. We executed a project. Nobody clicked the link in bio. Nobody bought. Nobody contacted us. So did we use the right frequently asked questions? Did we ask the right questions? Did we do the right thing? So we need to think about how we protect ourselves. And I will say it's your daily reflection. It's what you do daily that protects you. So you have to remind yourself every morning. You do what we call morning pages, where you just sit down and write your mind. What's on my mind now? You need to clear your head. Most creatives, we live in our head. So we need to clear our head daily. Sit down and do a brain dump. A brain dump is something you write without thinking about anything. Nobody is going to read it. You're not thinking about grammar. You're not thinking about punctuation. You're not thinking about consistency or flow, or whether you're using the right words. Do a brain dump regularly. Do a brain dump when you're about to start creating. Just sit down with yourself for a couple of minutes and do a brain dump. Most of us rush into work. We rush into every single thing that we're doing. So we are not able to do anything properly. So something like a brain dump is a simple exercise. At the end of the day, what are you grateful for? What were your highlights of the day? What worked? What did not work? Daily accountability. In order for us to do this daily accountability, I'll be requiring it from every single person that's in the WhatsApp group, in the Telegram group you do your daily accountability. You said, this is what worked today. This is what did not work. This is what I want to do tomorrow. So you can hold yourself accountable when it comes to this thing, because of the peculiarity of our this thing. This is what I liked about my work today. This is what I've chosen to improve. This is what others have said. I will give you freedom to do it the ways you want to do it this week. Then after that, we'll start having a format so that it is free writing. You are writing it. You are expressing yourself. You are not repressing it. Let's stop repressing the emotions that we go through when our work is rejected. Let's stop repressing the emotions we go through when all 16 hours and you tell me it's rubbish, you can't even use it, and then I have to give you back that money. That hurts. That feels like trailer jammed you or you tramp trailer. It's not a good feeling. But then we have to think about what we tell ourselves. So everybody will think about positive affirmations about themselves, what you like about yourself. I can start with mine. You can start with yours. You can write yours. But in this book, The Miracle Morning, which I have recommended everybody reads, if you go to miraclemorning.com, they give you 2 chapters of the book for free. And those are the most important chapters. It does something it calls savers, where first thing you do when you wake up in the morning is you sit silent. Then A is for affirmations, but those affirmations, you've written them ahead of time. So it gives you examples of affirmations, and I can read some affirmations for you to see how to write it. But you're affirming who you are. My style is bold. My style is minimalistic. I like black, white, and gold. And it's a way I express my... Sorry? Hello? Somebody speaking. Catherine, please let me mute everybody. Okay, thank you. So we'll look at affirmations, and that's what I want everybody to end with. Everybody will say an affirmation about themselves. How do you affirm yourself? How do you see yourself? You will write this thing down and you will remind yourself every morning about that. When you get negative feedback, you go back and you read that and remind yourself of who you are. No one is going to remind you. No one is going to remind you. You have to pay. It's not something, don't do it only when the negative comes. It has to become something that you do consistently. It will become second nature to you. Affirmations are not just for disguise or something that is there. The words you speak to yourself about yourself are important. The words you speak to yourself about yourself are important. So you have to make your personal affirmation to yourself. And it's about understanding who you are. Now, your affirmation can evolve. Your affirmation can be consistent. You can add some sentences to it as you go, but you must speak it to yourself regularly, consistently, every morning. It's something that you have written. The reason another thing I can suggest is you can write it down every morning. Even if you know it, just take pen to paper and rewrite it. Let it get into your head. It has to get into your head. It's not something that you just say once and you get away. No, so when you've done your brain dump, you remind yourself who you are. I am a creative individual. I am an introvert that knows self very well. I take action consistently. I am the best at what I do. I am the best version of myself today. Every day I keep improving myself. That's what you're saying you are. I am the best graphic designer in the world. I get the best contracts. I've done graphics for the biggest brands in the world. I'm the best content creator in the world. Big brands reach out to me. How do you see yourself? Don't say, I am just a social media manager. You are not just a social media manager. You are a communications expert. You are an online strategist. I am just a copywriter. You are not just a copywriter. You are a copywriter. Own it. Speak it to yourself, and you will become it. Not I will become. I am this. I have this. I have a supportive network. Those are the words we are speaking to ourselves. We are not speaking to ourselves in a way that we are begging for the attention that we deserve. We have earned it. Everybody here, by showing up today, you have earned everything that you deserve. Because you have to make this thing personal and very assertive. So we are using I am, I have, not I will be, I am. Because it helps to create a sense of ownership and confidence in the statement that you are writing. You are using present tense. And the reason I'm saying you should use present tense is because I want you to frame your affirmation in the present tense. I don't want you to say something that you would be. So when we're writing these affirmations, although yes, we didn't go into the content creation process itself, you are using present tense as if the desired outcome has been achieved. Don't say, oh, in 10 years' time, I'll be paid $1,000 for each logo design. I am paid $1,000 for each logo design. I am paid $1,000 for each design, each video that I do. There's somebody that does copywriting. All what she does is she writes the subjects of your emails. And she's paid like $50,000. All she's writing is the subject. She is not writing the surface level. So we are going to write who we want to become by saying I am. Then we can take steps to become the best that person. We're being detailed, we're being specific. We're not assuming. Don't worry if you are not there yet. That's not the problem. You are affirming yourself. This is something internal. This is something you are becoming, and this is something that you are working towards. A goal is not something that you have, it's something that you become. So when you're setting your goals and you're becoming this person, you are becoming the best version of yourself, but you've already seen yourself as that person. I remember when I was working with a radio station, one day I said, oh, I just work with a small radio station. I had to correct myself. And now started saying, oh, I work for a radio station. Because I'm like, oh, it's just a small radio station. We want to reduce ourselves, but there is this greatness in every single person that nobody can buy. Nobody can question your credibility and what you bring to the table. Projects will go left, but that doesn't mean you are not your name. Projects will go left, but that doesn't mean that you are not Olalongpe. That project did not work. Yes. But does that change who you are? No. So rather than saying, I will be confident, you say, I am a confident graphic designer. I am a successful graphic designer. I am a successful copywriter. I am a successful. So you are repeating it to yourself. Keep it concise, keep it small, so that it's easy to remember. Aim for 1 or 2 sentences that capture the essence of your desired state or quality of work. So we'll start again. You're speaking in the specific and precise terms. I am successful. I am successful. I am a successful and thriving XYZ. You are phrasing it in positive. So we started with negatives. You are phrasing it in positive. That person that felt like trailer jammed them was still a calm and centered person. I am not stressed. I am calm and centered with feedback. Make it personal. Tailor to your own goals and values and aspirations, which we will get to in more details later. So it should be personal to you. Make it concise. Your affirmations are important. The way you speak to yourself is important. I want us to have a go at it. I want us to try. I want us to make that attempt. So if we decide that this is who we are, nobody can take that away from us. No Jupiter. You have to believe in yourself. You have to incorporate them into what you do. You have to do it. I can give examples, but I want us to try. I am this, not I will be. Some people, there's somebody that says, money likes me, money is attracted to me. I'm a magnet for money. That is our own. Some people are lifelong learners. I'm a lifelong learner, continuously expanding my knowledge and skill. I am resilient and adaptable, turning challenges into opportunities for growth. You have to see yourself in a certain way. So, does anybody have any example? Everybody is quiet.
So example of what?
Well,
Your own affirmation. You're writing your own affirmations. example of your own affirmation. For example, yes, who
I
was
am. I am a
okay?
global advertiser. I advertise for global brands to get them results, sales, and increase their revenue.
Good. I am a global advertiser.
I advertise for global brands.
Advertise for global brands, and it will happen. We're telling ourselves that daily. So for example, for a social media manager, you can say, I am a skilled social media manager creating engaging content that captivates and resonates with my audience. I have a unique voice and perspective that shines through in my social media strategies. So it's how you see yourself. I am a problem solver. I am an expert in analytics, leveraging data. How do you see yourself? How do you speak to yourself? I am a trusted partner to my clients, building strong relationship based on trust, collaboration. I am a graphic designer. I am a talented graphic designer. I am the most talented graphic designer in Africa. I have a keen eye for aesthetics. I embrace challenges as opportunity. I am a master of visual storytelling. I like that one. I am a master of visual storytelling, because what you do with graphics is visual storytelling, using design elements to convey powerful messages and evoke emotions. How do you see yourself, not how do others see you? It has to be positive. It has to be about problem solving. It has to be something that you are not saying, I will be the best graphic designer. You already are. I am, I am, I am, I am, I am. I am, I have, I embrace. Don't, even if you're not confident in your abilities, I am confident in my abilities as a graphic designer, embracing feedback, continuously growing and evolving in my craft. If that's where you want to start somewhere. But we all have to at least say one affirmation about the way we see ourselves. Tobechuku has gone. Catherine, you're at the top, so you're going next. So after Catherine, we have Emmanuel, then Itunu. Itunu, if you can't speak and you can type, please type. I'll check the chat.
Okay, before you go, you said I should remind you about the meeting with Warita.
And yes, Benga, please tell Fola, I'll tell him also that can we change our meetings to Tuesday? Thank you. All right.
Okay.
Catherine will reach out to him. Okay, so yes, Catherine, you go first. Who are you? What's your affirmation?
I am a phenomenal virtual assistant
I like
that is going global. One day I'm going to be a PA to the President of the United States of America.
I will be, not no one day. I will be confident.
I don't want to be his PA, don't worry.
Fantastic. I like that. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you. So write
What
that
is he
down.
saying now? Oh no.
I can hear our own. Number one.
Asha has said that.
Asha, we can hear yours. Thank you for always being part of our meeting. All right, Emmanuel, Kevin, you're next. What is your affirmation?
I'm a virtual story teller.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the best in my field,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm the
So you're a visual storyteller. I'm writing it for you. You are the best in your field. I am the best in my field. Mm-hmm. Yes, continue.
and I am a problem. Then I solve problem for my clients, and I'm just the best.
Oh, you're just the best. You're simply the best. I'm simply
The best.
Your work will be seen in magazines, in billboards, everywhere. People will be carrying books that you've designed, which is happening already. Is that not true?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Exactly. So you are the best. You are the best. You're a visual storyteller, because what you do is storytelling, is visual. So while Catherine is a virtual, which is online. You are about visuals. You are a visual storyteller. Fantastic. Olalongpe said, I am a seasoned podcaster and I use my captivating voice to impact the next generation with my opinions and views. I'm liking what I'm saying. So, Emmanuel Kevin, copy what I wrote for you. You're a visual storyteller. Jesse, let's see how you describe yourself. What is your affirmation for yourself? Hello, Jessica. You're muted in case you don't know.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, good morning. How do you see yourself? All right, give me your confirmation about yourself. Emmanuel, please. Okay, you've muted yourself. Jesse, you're up. How do you see yourself? Do you want to type? Did somebody else type?
No, I see myself as a well-talented graphic.
So
I am a well-talented designer.
you're a well-talented designer. Good.
And I think I'm just good at design.
You're a well-talented designer. That's a good start. Fantastic. You are talented. You know, I've told you that before. Your eyes for graphics is fantastic. The way you position fonts, it's phenomenal. I like it. I think you're very, very good. All right, so we're going to Nafisa. Nafisa, you're next.
Who did you just give that accolades to?
It's Jessica. She just started graphics and she is good. As in, she is good with graphics. She sent me.
We don't recognize colors.
She sent me a design and I'm like, a positioning of fonts anytime she sends something. And that's one thing many people miss, the white spacing, positioning of fonts. You will see a design. You're like, maybe you should have shifted it to the left. You shifted it. But when you see somebody that has an eye for details, it's fantastic. Thank you for that. Tobechuku, you know me and you now. You're my... All right, Nafisa has typed us, and let's see. Nafisa is phenomenal when it comes to video. She has found us. So I want to read what she said. All right, let me see. Oh, good. I am an expert in editing and a successful content creator. I'm a phenomenal and talented video editor. I agree. What she's doing with CapCut and videos, I'm like, it's as if she just found her stage and she's rolling in it. It's wonderful to see.
Jessica.
Nafisa. No, I'm talking about Nafisa now. Nafisa is these are my people, so I will help them a little bit. When I noticed, even Olalongpe says yes to Nafisa.
I'm hijacking them.
When I noticed a video this thing, I was like, she just ran with it. Some other things she will do it, but with video, she ran with it so much. I was like, okay, we have an in-house video person now. And it's wonderful to see. Thank you all for sharing. Oyinyechi, my person. All right, you're next. If you can type. Benga, we're coming to you last because this meeting was supposed to be helping you, but we ended up helping everybody. She's really making us proud. Oyinyechi, let me know if you are here. If not, we'll go to Benga.
Oh, so I'm here.
All right. Oh yeah, I am. Yes.
I am a world-class travel agent. I am a world-class travel creator, travel content creator, and my travel company is top 5 in the world. And I am super talented. So
I am super talented. The way you love travel, I'm like, this girl will not let go of this travel thing. She has held on to the shokoto like this and said, this is who I am. And it's good that you're seeing yourself from that perspective. You're an amazing copywriter. You're quite creative when it comes to content creation. And I respect how you create content. You have an eye for detail, which is phenomenal to see. Thank you so much for that. All right. The man of the moment. Yes, the man of the moment. Yes. All right, let's hear from you.
So as for me, I am an email copywriter that brands line up to pay at least 10,000 naira per email marketing sequence, because the way I do my thing for brands is just unique. It's not something you can just get randomly from from even email marketing agencies. And I actually work alone, but then the output I deliver brings in massive returns for my clients, such that they don't even care if they have to add bonuses on top of what I charge them normally.
Good. Thank you very much. We'll increase that 10,000 naira, but we like it.
Did I say naira? 10
naira.
$10.
When I heard 10,000 naira, I'm like, 10,000 naira for email sequence.
No, thank those. Thank you, those.
Better. Now I can laugh. Now I just say, let me allow you to finish.
I
10,000.
didn't say
That's how
naira.
it
Naira, okay. No.
naira in this Tinubu economy.
Thank you, those. I mean, that's why
Thank you.
I charge.
Yes,
That's what they pay me.
that's what you're paid. You deserve to be paid what you want to be paid. You deserve to be able to relax with the email sequences that you create. You deserve it, but Benga, you're good. You're exceptional. I think I like your dedication. No matter what, you're dedicated and you show up and you do the work. I think it's wonderful that all of us see ourselves as amazing. Emmanuel and I just started working together recently. And from the first moment I worked with him, I just said, you know what? Come and be working with the team and be creating consistently. I just want you to be creating. And his zeal and his dedication, it's wonderful. You give him a design, he'll be like, I'll get it to you at this time. And he will get it to you at that time. Many graphic designer ran away with our money. And the man is not picking our call. We had another one that I had to threaten after 2 years before he refunded my money. And graphic...
What of the one that abused me?
You know, it was before, after that one that abused that I found Emmanuel. You know, since that time I've been working with him.
Wow. That one that abused me came back to be begging. I didn't even answer him.
Since that time it's after that period that we went through hell that I now worked with Emmanuel on one project, and he has been reliable. One thing that people complain about our industry is reliability, consistency, the ability to show up. Social media managers take your money and run. They promise you heaven and earth and they don't post anything. They will ghost your page, but we have shown that we show up. We have shown that we can do this. There's a reward in that consistency. People that come and brag and do all these things, the long term, they don't last. You would last long because of who you are. And it is remarkable that everybody here has something in it. There is this long-term vision that you have for yourself, not just for the brands that you represent. So although, yes, you may not be where you want to be with your brand, but as you're representing any brand, represent that brand 100%. Represent that brand 100%. And I think it's remarkable. I want us to do more sessions like this weekly where we can just come and express ourselves. I think we did a part of it yesterday with Jesse and Linda. We just come and express ourselves because it's tough in these streets. Although the streets are virtual, it is tough. It is tough working with different people, not knowing their expectations. You're dealing with different emotions every time, and you're trying to get results. Don't be an island. We are creating a community where we can help each other grow. If you're not in the Telegram group, any of the Telegram groups, let me know. We'll add you to one. The aim is for us to support ourselves. Let's stop trying to be one-man army. Yes, you may deliver alone, but you need that. Sometimes you need that place where you can just come and vent. Because everybody you're venting to in the office does not understand. Everybody that you're venting to at home, they don't even. I say when I'm talking about certain things, my sister will just be like, okay. And it's paining me because I'm like, what do you mean by okay? You should be as angry as I am. And they're like, okay. She did 70% of the work. And so I say 70%. They showed up every day. If we are charging our hourly rate is 50,000 naira an hour. So after the work we've done for you, this is our hourly rate. They cannot afford our hourly rate for all the work that people have put in. If people are putting overtime, this is this. We need to know our worth. Yes, we are at the beginning stages. We are not at the level with the best in the industry, but we will be there. People will be comparing your work and saying, I want to be as good as Emmanuel Kevin. When I looked at Onyechi's travel brand, I noticed something. I want to observe it. When I looked at Itunu Oluwa's podcast and I listened to her podcast, I feel like she's talking about me. She's expressing my views. Anytime I read anything from Benga, there's this way. I know his writing style. His own way is unique. The only way we can get to that stage is if we include self-development to what we are doing with our careers. And that's something you have to do all the time. You have to read.
Sufficient data to complete the course.
You have to read books. You have to listen to podcasts. You have to listen to messages. You have to have conversations. When we build ourselves up, we can now go and start networking and going into other places because you'll be prepared to face the world. Nothing will shake you. In order to be the person that is paid $10,000 per email sequence, who is that person? Who do you need to become for somebody to pay you $10,000 per email sequence? Because it's doable. People are being paid like that. And you know the funny part, the clients that pay the most give you the least stress. They give you the least stress. Some people will pay you 1,000 naira. You must sweat 100,000 naira for that 1,000 naira that they've paid you. If they pay you 100,000 naira, they control you completely. Somebody pays you 1 million and crosses their leg and watches what you do. That's so the people that we are saying are attracting everybody. We don't even want to work with those type of people they are attracting. There is a specific type of people that we want to attract. How do we become those people? How do you become that person that is a $10,000 per month person that they run to? That's where we are going to. That's what we are building. There will be resources that we're reading together. Read these books this time. Take these things serious. Take ownership of your personal growth. Have conversations. Don't let these things build in. If you have to, in order to be the person that does this, you have to learn how to do presentations. You have to learn how to do certain things. There's a way you speak that people will listen to you. If it means, oh, let's do a mock podcast with you guys so you can learn how to speak, then we do that. How do you present yourself? How do people see you? How will they see your work? How do you sell yourself without selling out? What I mean by selling out, there are some people that have completely sold themselves completely. They are sellouts. You don't want to compromise your values. You don't want to compromise yourself, but you want to earn enough to be able to, because you deserve it. So that brings me to the end of today. Sorry that we ran over time. Now we've got two options. We're supposed to have trainings on Wednesdays and Fridays because those are our training days. Wednesday morning and Friday evening. Should we continue the Warrital conversation do the Warrital one on Friday? Benga, are you available?
Friday. I would love to check in my schedule.
Check in your schedule. Let us know if you are available. If not, we'll do this next week, Wednesday again.
Okay, ma, I'll give you a feedback.
You know, I'm flexible, so don't worry about that. There's flexibility in what we do because I understand some of you have more than one thing that you're doing. But I want us to break this thing down. So by the time we build the new content calendar, it is going to be something that nobody will argue with. When you have your 3 pinned posts, those pinned posts will reflect what your brand stands for. That some people may not even need to go to your website to find out what you do, how you charge, your frequently asked questions. All those things are inside your content calendar.